And it started. Welcome, my name is Raydra, welcome to Voice of Storms, and we're back with Persona 3 Reload, and this time directly with someone else in voice. Sharo for this time.
Hello there.
What I remember from last time, like 2 weeks ago, we had a class trip. We went 2 times up Tartarus because I died halfway there, and Shiori died. And I think Shiori's death was the reason I stopped streaming the day, because I was just mentally done.
Which is fair.
I can't handle death. I say it every time from new, but I can't handle death, and it's ironic that Persona 3 is my favorite Persona game of the 3 Social Link Persona games. And I think Shiori's death... Yeah. Can I go social linking today? Seems like it. It's either Motatsu or Tanaka. Please let it be Motatsu. Oh, thank God it's Motatsu. I don't like Tanaka. He's a dick.
But isn't Tanaka even important?
He is the devil's social link still. I don't think he is important in a specific case. He's just, well, he's as important as any other social link for that matter. But I don't think I need...
True.
But if I remember correctly, not even in FES there was a reason for to have every what's it called, social link persona for Elizabeth's request. You can do them without doing the social links. It's just, well, I can profit from it by getting more XP for fusing devil personas.
True.
So it is always a good thing to level your social links. It's just I don't like hanging out with Tanaka because he's a dick.
Good morning. This is Elizabeth.
I say it again, by the way. I think it's the third time at this point, but I don't like the change they made with having me do 3 days before the what's it called? 3 days before so like 3 or 4 days before the full moon is, that that people went into Tartarus. Like, bitch, I already were on a tight schedule trying to climb this shit up. Now I have to go in again. Good thing there is no tired system like in the original, but I still don't like it.
Which is fair.
Yeah, it annoys me.
I am calling to inform you that more humans have wandered into Tartarus.
Yeah, no shit.
2 this time, I believe. Please swiftly and safely conduct a search and rescue.
I have to check the old streams again, but at this point I feel like this only happens at the end of Tartarus. Either that or I'm really quick at pushing through and rescuing the other ones when it happens. How good do you deal with burial topics? Because then I warn you, for matter for one, social link has it as a whole topic. This is a good question. Like, my problem is with death and loss of a loss of a important person altogether, not per se about the burial part of it. I have to check.
Goodbye now.
I mean, I don't like the topic, but it's not like something becomes unplayable or unwatchable for me because of it. It's just that it's hard to handle for me. Like, the one thing where I really am like, I can't watch this or can't play this when it's about bad topics, it's like gore and shit. But for some reason, most often only if it's like hyper-realistic gore or like live action porn, which I realized when I watched the first episode of Dr. House, because I just couldn't. There we go. Can I maybe finish Fuka today? Yes, I can finish Fuka today. Oh yeah, it's barrier now, how to deal with the loss of someone important. Oh, this is gonna be funny then.
sorry if my room smells like food. It's because I taste test my cooking in here every once in a while. I don't really know how my room smells anymore because I'm so used to it. Did you know that out of our 5 senses, smell is the one that adapts the fastest, so,
I really had to check the microphone.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. Really? Well, I guess it is important to be yourself. Thank you. Do you remember how I said I don't feel like I have the strength to believe in the future? Well, being with you has taught me why. I think it's because I never finish anything I start.
This sounds like absolutely out of topic, but I just realized of all the girls I could have dated in Persona 3, I date the one who has also blue hair. That game only the start and last bit of Social Link is voice acted. Oh, okay.
People who've never known happiness probably can't imagine themselves being happy in the future either. And that's how I was. I always used to quit.
Maybe you
before
could
I
put your
find out
voice
what
acting
good might
skills to
come
check.
from something.
Another one. I have to do it again. At least it won't be 7 hours, 7.5 hours like an Angel with Scaly Wings. But this was my own fault.
I never had a future to look forward to. But I finally realized how I really feel. And so, I felt like I needed to tell you. Or rather, I wanted to tell you. No matter how it might change things between
Oh,
us.
by the way, just because I just remembered it. Cheryl, the headache I had yesterday was not because of dehydration. I think I just had a headache in general because an ibuprofen helped me.
Ah, okay.
So it was really just a headache I just sometimes get. Maybe it's because of the weather, because I realize I get them most often in summer and it was very hot yesterday. Like 20 degrees it was over here.
You know,
Huh.
I think I have what it takes to change. Slowly, but surely. As long as I have you, I don't think I'll lose my way. I know. Oh, I almost forgot. There's something I wanted to give you.
Let's take ibuprofen together. Does anyone have an ibuprofen? I got a headache.
Since you're always listening to music, I thought you might
But
like
yeah,
this.
had heat migraine as well yesterday. Ah.
And I think you were a fan of this design, so I tried to match it.
Focus headphone. Oh,
This is from my heart.
my
Remember
English
how
is
I
the yellow
told you
from
that
the
I was
egg.
pretty good with machines? Well, I wanted you to see that side of me instead of my cooking side. I just want you to know everything about me.
I haven't switched the ones Fuka gave me. Some qualities are unbelievably clear. Her technical skills must be next level.
So, what do you think?
I never even thought about modifying or repairing headphones. But I mean, I'm also not very high hardware guy, so that might be just that.
But I'm really glad you like them. Whenever you listen, it'll
I
be
would
like you're
try it. It's just if you do something bad, it's right beside your head, and that can be difficult to handle.
I think it also is a thing about how good can you handle wrong or high noises, and if you can't do that, you shouldn't try it, no matter how much you want to get into hardware or repairing stuff. Or you have
Yeah.
get someone who can handle it. I mean, I could ask, for example, Dominic if I didn't want to test it myself.
I am thou. Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured.
Every time I finish a social link, I still be fucking mad about myself that I missed, like, I think almost 1 or 2 months of opportunities to level social links because I misread what the game means by but you don't have I don't think my bond will increase anytime soon, because I interpreted as fucking being story locked out of the social link and not just not having enough points. So a lot of my social links are still low because I did not level them, even though I could have. The High Priestess social link reaches maximum level. You can now view Sarkaf, the instructor.
Oh, sorry. I was having so much fun. I didn't mean to keep you for so long. I didn't realize it was so late. Oh. We still have time, right? Just a little longer. Please, stay with me.
Fuka, it's not like I'm living a floor below you. You can take all the time you need.
I think it's not about the distance and more like someone could see them.
Keep your chin up, Junpei.
Nah, I think it's really because of the going to bed schedule and all that. Or at least, yeah, something in that direction.
I know. So what'd you want?
This came from the hospital.
Is this Chidori's sketchbook?
They found it while they were sorting through her belongings.
Speaking of, I still have to check if now in this cutscene or later something happened with Junpei, because he already has Trismegistus, but he didn't got his second Fury yet. I guess stalking you again.
I know. I gotta snap out of this, but it's just so hard. Yeah.
Hey, Junpei, can I take a look?
You probably wouldn't understand her drawings anyway.
I find it kind of funny, just like with Farina and Genshin. My perspective for Junpei changed a lot after I saw his story unfold. Next mandatory Tartarus expedition. Huh.
What the? Wow, it's really good.
I mean, I still poke fun at him, but it's not like I absolutely despise him as a person, because I was able to see his developments.
This is amazing. Who would
He's still an idiot, though.
like this?
What? It's
It's a detailed portrait of Junpei-san.
Chidori.
Junpei.
It's like she's telling me to stop moping around.
Junpei-kun.
Okay. I'm gonna fight to get rid of the Dark Hour. I'm sorry for all the times I snapped at you. I still hate to admit it, but just know I'll be counting on you.
Ah, there we go. Blaze of Life. Massive fire damage to one foe, ignoring resistances, fully restores user's HP. Huh. A critical base Persona user With a Fury to fully restore his HP without having to rely directly on healing spells. This is interesting. Also, he finally has more elemental attacks than just his own spells.
Junpei.
Now that I think about it. Oh, damn. I just got an idea for a really evil team combination. Taking my own Fury of Fornius and I forgot the name of the starfish thing to boost Junpei without having to give him charge. Then using Mitsuru's Fury to debilitate the enemy. Then using Koromaru for a whole team revolution, or just using Koromaru's revolution altogether. And Junpei will just sweep the fucking field. Speaking about oh crap, Junpei's still out of business. Never mind, wait a minute. Should I risk it and go tomorrow? Or is Junpei just out for the whole 4 days now? I sure hope not. Ah, fuck it. We just go to Tartarus anyway. Then I just level someone else. But I want this people saved ASAP because I do not want to deal with like 1 or 2 days before full moon before I save those people. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the whole having to save people like 4 days before the next full moon, which is then when I can't save them anymore. Do I keep Aigis or Koromaru? Persona. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with Koromaru. Because if I remember correctly, I still have lack of darkness personas on my own. Or do I have my Aegon on and my Aegon on Seth? Okay. I'm not complete, and I have Hellbiker. I do not have a problem with Dark Casters this time. So I take. Where are the missing persons? Between floors 137, 73, 78.
Very well.
Both of them up there or just one? I find it out one way or not. I did not remember that I cleared the Monarch door last time directly. Like for some reason I thought I skipped it again. Well, I'm not complaining if I don't have to do it later.
All right, let's continue exploring.
I forgot what of a truck trip Haraba was.
Just look at this area. A shadow. What will you do? Excellent. We have the advantage.
I'm still setting up. It'll take a little more time.
Okay, wait, he's resisting.
I'll show you.
Stop resisting.
He's resisting physical, that's what I wanted to say. You know what? I'm feeling funny. Let's do this, Shinji! I have to keep Hellbiker at least until I fight Strega, because I need to do this. I need to make this personally. Personal.
That was excellent.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it will take a while.
Yeah, I know. I think the next time I fight them is in the end game, so... My point was just, I want to at least try to damage Takaya with Hellbiker just for the fuck of it. Why am I not surprised that he's blocking... Oh, he's blocking only darkness. Okay, I should be surprised, I guess. I'm asking myself every time, but why do I even use status moves if half of the enemies I could profit from just resist this shit?
One of the reasons I ask myself why are status elements even a thing in the game when half or even more enemies just resist or even block it.
Because Atlas thinks they're funny when they put in that one Tartarus enemy, that one floor boss that just whose whole gimmick is to you have to poison him or some shit. Because I remember in FES there was this one enemy I had to do exactly that with.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Something. Everything okay?
No? Yes?
Because I hear loud banging noise on your side.
You know how your Soda Stream sounds like?
No.
You don't know how your Soda Stream sounds like?
Ah, my Soda Stream. Okay, yeah, sorry. I just I heard something else. I was confused for a second.
Okay.
Never mind. Okay, yeah. Then just a Soda Stream. Never mind then.
Will this help?
Ken, stop throwing away my money! Do I even have money left? I think I was broke again.
I'm confused. They may act unpredictably.
You know how fast you can get broke when trying to gear your party members?
Yeah.
I find it kind of funny how both times in a row now Komaru just used high counter against Nero Slash.
Keep it together.
By the way, funny thought, science. You go to the police to give the dog a new collar.
Thank you.
I think the word you were looking for was thought experiment, but I don't think I get it right now.
Well, where would you normally go to get new stuff for your dog?
Oh, at a pet store.
Where does Cease go?
I mean, to be fair, I also bought battle axes from the police, so... I think we're way past the point of discussing that.
Not only that, looking at Shinji and the street sign.
The street sign was a gift from Elizabeth, though.
Yeah, but still, the police officer would look really confused at you.
For selling him a fucking stop sign.
Yes.
Fair.
A victory well earned.
Also, the other problem with your thought experiment, by the way, Komaru's collar is his evoker, so
True. By the way, my girlfriend has another idea.
oh no,
Not
what's it?
another idea. I only wanted to say that it's not only Shinji with the street sign.
What do you mean?
Pick the character. Ah! That was my hand. Pick the character from the DLC has one as well. Later.
Oh, from the DLC has one too?
Yes, Metis uses battle axes.
Similar.
Damn! Another street sign.
But this is a whole nother kind of.
Need to name the third one.
It's hard to navigate and
Eh?
watch out for shadows in a place like
All I'm saying is this is a whole nother can of worms why Metis is.
We use the fucking street sign as a weapon.
Who is the third person who is using a street sign as a weapon?
Do your best to take it.
Oh, Haru.
No,
Okay, but also Haru.
possibly. I don't know that.
Setting up. It'll take
I think there was one.
Yes,
Okay, then tell us.
Haru uses battle axes, but
Tell us, darling. I don't know which character you mean. Oh, Zenkichi.
still setting
wasn't Zenkichi using claymores?
Yeah, but one of his weapons was a street sign. Again.
Yeah. How do I tell you? How do I tell you both now that I didn't play Strikers yet?
And you still know more about the main character. And yes, that's really a street sign. Damn it. What the fuck? Dude, you're a cop. The cop's using a street sign. Fuck's sake.
I mean,
Fuck's sake.
I mean, at least he knows where to put it after he's done using it.
Yeah, true.
Also, no offense, but I just realized I have to make you a bit more silent again after I made you louder yesterday.
Why that?
Because you and Hoshi were just real fucking loud right now in my ears.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Happens. Endure Dark. Oh yeah. Please. You know what? Take the auto Sukukaja.
I'll be a better fighter with this.
Oh, Ken just got Media Rahan.
Huh.
a victory well earned.
Lucky instance. I really should start using the instances. Or I don't use them and just over push my personas in the when I go into the finale.
That sounds like a dumb idea.
When do I have good ideas?
Silp.
See?
Nice save after this.
See?
Yeah.
Nah, I know better that I also have good ideas sometimes.
It'll take a little more
A lot of them.
Yeah.
For real.
I mean, I somehow managed to win this game in Merciless.
Isn't Merciless even easier?
That was only a thing in Persona 5 Royal.
Ah, okay.
I didn't hear yet how much worse or better it is they made Merciless as a difficulty, not as in if it's easy or not in reloads. But I didn't hear anything yet that says that it's okay, the Rare Shadow just changes position apparently if I let it despawn accidentally. That or I just accidentally despawned the Rare Shadow. Well, Only one way to find out. Never mind. Yeah. I think it was only a thing in... I know it's a thing in Royal, but I can't say for certain. Yeah, I accidentally despawned a rare shadow. Gotta be fucking kidding me. Also, I didn't find the missing person. And there it is. Never said anything. On the second last floor, I might want to add.
I think we're starting to get somewhere.
So, where was I? There were a lot of things that made... also that contributed to
Maybe
Merciless being more easy.
impression that the motif with each block in Tartarus is
For example, the fact that as a compensation for the enemies doing more damage, you also did more damage with weakness hits, but that also included things like technical attacks. So, with the small adjustments they did to the battle system from the original to Royal, with like reworking how baton passes worked and all that, it made it made just burning down the enemy way easier, which made Merciless into an either you one-shot them or they one-shot you kind of fights most of the time, especially if they hit a weakness on you. But other than that, a lot of things, and I think even because Royal or Persona altogether did the whole you get in higher difficulty, which is why you get more EXP and money, is also which made Merciless weirdly easy in Royal because of the whole higher damage and all that. So you not only were the fights faster because of it, because it's either you or them, but you also were grinding faster because of it.
Fair.
At least this is one of the reasons I know why. It's one of the reasons why Merciless is that fucking easy. There's also one other factor, but this is more of a problem with just DLC Persona economy, and that would be Izanagi no Okami Picaro.
Yeah, that one is a no-brainer.
Because Myriad Truth is just insta-win button.
Yeah. That's the funny part in Hoshi's and my playthrough. When Hoshi played it, she had a rule that she was only able to use
DLC Personas when she had the level for them.
2 levels above.
Also fair. I made a similar thing when I played it over your PlayStation accounts. With like the whole only when I'm at least at the level. But I think I also remember telling myself that I will intentionally skip Ino Picaro. Because Izanami no Okami Picaro is way too broken in my opinion.
Yes.
Till I move to front. I'll slice you to pieces. Now, out of my sight.
But like I said, I think there are even then a lot of things that made Persona 5 way more easier than 4 and 3.
I'm always happy to team up.
Because I still don't know what to think about the shift system here in Reload. Because it is, if you think about it, it is just a watered down version of Baton Pass. But I think this is a good thing because of how broken Baton Passes were at the end.
Yeah.
Because you can, if you, especially since technicals and all that were also able to just, what's it called? To just give you extra rounds. I mean, it emphasized on going with status effects as well. This is one good thing. But other than that, yeah, you were just able to one-turn the enemy and made even your last team member hits with free hits. Which just turned the whole game into who has the strongest attack that you can then cast for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, if I remember correctly, if you leveled up the Baton Pass rank with a team member, they also get life and some SP regen if you do it.
Huh.
At least that's what I remember. Which is one of the reasons why you can play darts with your team members to level up the Baton Pass rank.
Just what we hoped for.
Huh.
I just realized I skipped the last monet door during the was having the one in the 70s floors. Wind, ice, wind. Okay. What a surprise! He resists one of my spells. I also just realized I have like... Is it... No, eins? 1, 2... I have 4 personas... I can't count again, apparently. I have 4 personas with wind spells.
Okay.
It just funny because only one of them matters because I just forgot his name, but he also has Pantaray. The severe damage wind spell.
Ah.
That's a win for the team. Good job, everyone.
So wait, let me check my personas real quick.
Now then, let's get back to work.
Whoa. Excuse me. So, Norn. Norn is the fusion of the 3 Sisters of Fate. And he has Pantaray and Magarudyne. He even has Wind Amp. And I put all the Kaja spells on him. Jesus. But Kompanda has both wind spells. Seth has Garudyne, but I have him more for his Agidyne and Maragidyne. And Gangda has Garudyne, but he is more of a healer and confuser because maybe I will status the enemy one day.
That one's special. Take it down if you can.
Oh yeah, right, I can't. Komaru doesn't have a physical fury, he only has power howling. Let's see how this works. Using 2 Furies on a Golden Hand is a bit overkill maybe, but I don't fucking care. Those fuckers just invoke a primal rage inside me. Do I take Ganesha? You know what, yeah, yes, give me Ganesha, I can fuse new personas with it then.
Salut.
Wow. I sent Mitsuru out to scouts. The stairs were just like 10 meters in front of me.
Hello.
Wasn't this helpful? But I found a missing person.
Yay.
At least I'm on the floor with the missing person.
Progress.
Careful.
They won't know
Light, wind, ice. Oh damn! Wait a minute. Only one enemy with a wind weakness. I can test Panta Ray. Yeah, that storm was approaching. It looks like a mini version of Yukari's Fury attack. Oh yeah, you know what? I take the Homunculi. Cause you can never know when you get a sudden case of getting one shot.
Fair.
Did I ever tell you the story of what happened to me in Persona 4 with Mamudun?
Nope.
Okay.
But I can think that it wasn't pretty.
Okay. I have to take out for that. So you remember how so you know how Persona 4 was my first Persona game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh Jesus. And I was in the Heaven Dungeon, one of the last dungeons in the almost last dungeons in the game. And I don't have any strike personas. What? Are you fucking kidding me? The one time I need specifically strike damage and I don't have it with me. Fuck! Yeah, okay, so, and on almost, I also already had in Persona 4, like, the tendency to just, almost insta-rush the whole fucking dungeon. And I was on a very high floor and had the 3 of those, white fish shadow-looking things. It looks like that white swordfish Digimon from Season 2.
Ah, yes.
And my brain went, oh, those are, we are in the Heaven Dungeon. Those are those are white enemies. They must have a fucking dark weakness. So I'm casting fucking Mamudun on them. All 3 of them reflected it back on me and killed me. I lost 3 hours of progress because of one simple mistake.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed. I think Wes, Fate, and Pat were there during it. I know. I think all of them were there. So. But yeah, this was really not funny.
I can imagine.
You know what? This is gonna hurt so fucking much. I have both rounds this round because... Why did I forget that Myriad Arrows hits every enemy?
Bless you.
Do it again!
What?
Well, I just hit the enemy with a bloody charge and then 2 Myriad Arrows. But,
Ouch.
yeah, I'm from full health down to 63 HP. 36. I'm not saying I'm in danger, but thank God there's a Moon Arcana card right now. I think I was never that glad to find the Moon Arcana card in the shuffle time. You know what? I don't even want to do more grinding. I saved both people now, so I can just go. Yo, Lizzie.
Good day.
Nope, that's everyone.
Good day.
Do I still have request? I need Loki and Alice.
Very well.
Wait. This is kind of funny now that I think about it.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. Register. Will you register it to the computer? All registered. This is your progress.
No, I don't
so
need
far.
summon. I want.
Let's begin.
It is a special persona.
Yeah, I still need another level to fuse. I need 3 more levels to fuse Alice.
Shall we take a look?
Why? Wait a m- I can already fuse... Okay. No, wait. Yeah. I can already fuse Loki. I need...
Seeing what
The level 10 full persona is Susanoo.
This would be a wise choice.
Do I want Lilith? Well, I mean, I can... You know what?
Please choose.
Yes, I do want to do that.
It appears it will receive a good amount of extra power. Why, this is exciting, isn't it?
You know what I also didn't had in a long time? A fusion fail. I mean, I'm not complaining per se, but most of the time it was... Oh god, this reminds me. The first time, I had a funny moment when I played, what's it called? The Answer in, on my PS2 emulator. I tried to fuse Seth, got a fusion fail, got another persona because of it. Tried to fuse another persona to remedy the loss of Seth, to remedy the loss of my fire persona because of that. Got another fusion fail, got Seth.
Huh.
So the game where for some reason thought it would be funny to double whammy me. Do I even have money for the home shopping channel?
It's amazing. I'm good.
Shoes of Bane.
Not bad.
And
I mean, you could ask Tanaka for money.
I do indeed have enough money to buy the equipment this time. Also, this fucker still owns me money after scamming me 3 times over. And I only did it because I wanted to start a social link so I could get it out of my plates. You know, this trope of the game forces you to do something. You can't even do anything else or try to go around it. And then, because you are forced to do it, the game even has the guile to make the NPCs call you an idiot for falling in their trap and all that shit.
Yeah,
Don't like this trope.
me neither.
It's one thing if this happens in a series, or like if you really have the choice to be trapped or like be scammed for that matter. But if you are forced for it to happen, then
How do you feel about a pink
I just don't like it. I mean, there are caveats to it, like for example, if you don't know any better, or your character can't know any better. Like for example, the whole, we were told the 13 Shadows will get rid of the Dark Hour, and in the end we just made it worse kind of shtick. Like, this was good written, but if it's like obviously a trap and all that shit. I think the Mario and Luigi games like to do this trope every once in a while.
Or the fortune teller in
There are many times when people don't
Persona
agree in
5.
life.
where you know that can only be a
See, it's the
a
main character
scam.
of a story that I'm writing.
Wait, isn't the fortune teller a confidant you can have confidant in 5?
Yes, and you need to spend 100,000 yen.
So she's just Persona 5 Tanaka.
With a bit better
He stands out so much that
what
he
you
can't
get,
eat the food he's
because you can use the fortune teller to boost social links, to get more of your
The other animals dislike him and call him disgusting.
more of your social stats.
First,
Okay.
If you need them.
Okay, yeah, it sounds very much better, but I think this is also just a advantage of how the confidence system works in comparison to the social link system. Like, this is also funny. You know how in Persona 3 Reload there is the shady URL seller in the club?
Yes.
Don't know if you know it, but some time ago I unlocked new URLs from him that I can buy repeatedly for like 3,000 yen. And all they do is, if I use them on my PC, I can take a certain social link and boost it. So they added a feature to boost social links in Reload for that. There's also a fortune teller, but all the fortune teller does here in Reload is make certain things happen in Tartarus. But I can choose what will happen by choosing the fortune I want to take. Like, for example, more money, more rare enemies, all that steig.
Yeah, that I knew too.
so he was used to living alone. But one day, he
But
made
yeah, there's also a way to boost your social links artificially in Reload.
it was a little bird that had trouble flying. Every day,
Yeah, but still,
he
100,000
stands
yen
on the
is
alligator's back.
pretty scammy.
I think I only paid completely 3,000 yen, 30,000 yen to Tanaka, but it was in steps of 10,000s. Like, I had to do this 3 days over before the social link started, and I didn't even got my money back from it.
Yeah, you don't get your money back either.
Hey, but at least you can call it an investment in that case, not like Tanaka, where it's just a cat and mouse game of who blackmails whom.
So,
True. Although have 100,000 yen at that point without New Game Plus.
it's still a work in progress.
And the fortune teller Arcana could be considered
Story before, so
even
maybe I'm not good at it.
as you need
But I'm writing it for
it.
myself, so that's what matters. I
Because
hope you can take something
without
positive
it,
away from it, though.
you have a very big problem with your social links.
I actually came up with it the
Or
other day.
confidence, for that matter.
Let me get back on that in a minute. I want to finish the cutscene with Akinari quickly and then go quickly into the bathroom.
I'd like it
Okay.
to be a hopeful tale.
But I wanted... I have a an altogether caveat with the confidence system anyway, but like I said, I'm gonna get on that once I'm back.
Tell me not to die just yet.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yep.
So I'm back. Cheryl?
The wind is going to pick up soon. I can feel these kinds of things now. I hope I have enough time. We should leave. I'd like to see you again.
Sorry, my girlfriend wanted something from me.
Okay, fair. So, the thing is, with the confidence system, I think it feels like a double-edged sword. Because on one hand, it is interesting that these social links have
Evolved.
more of an effect if you level them instead of just, yo, your persona of level X is gets more EXP when you fuse it. But also, on the other hand, it opens the problem of that most confidants feel mandatory to a certain degree. Obviously, this is on one hand down to preference, and most confidants can just be bad. I don't know it completely right now, but with just social links.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Sorry, Hoshi wanted something important.
Yeah, no biggie. The normal social link might just have the thing of your personas of certain arcanas get more level and you get a special persona for mastering or just maxing out that certain social link. But at least this also gives you a certain degree of free choice of what to do with your free time and what social links to embrace and what not. Maybe you can even just ignore social link because you don't like the person, or you can focus on a certain social link because you want that certain final persona. But nothing forces you to do any of that because there aren't any strong features behind it. Like, for example, doesn't Ryuji have like a social link where a skill where he can just one-shot lower level enemies?
Yes.
Or
Yes, there is a skill for him.
Also, I think you get only certain weapons or certain discounts in the weapons shop when you level the social link with the guy from this weapon shop.
Yeah, and on that, if you talk about that part, the confidant with your school teacher is also a bit problematic.
Isn't it like you get the option to not only skip class but also to work on some of your crafts in your school time and also let her build some stuff for you in your hideout?
What you all get is you can on some days skip class on that degree that you either read a book, build stuff, you can sleep, so you can do metaverse and night activity, and you can of course study, which gives you a bit knowledge. Then you get the skill with her that unlocks building stuff, so you can do night activity and clean the dirty clothes, so you can do night activities. And then you get the massage, which also lets you do the oh, right, you can make curry and coffee with her to do night activities. And then you have the massage that lets you do a night activity after you were in the metaverse. So you even have two options to do night activity after metaverse.
So yeah, but that also just amplifies my point of how certain confidants just feel like absolute mandatory features, and break
Yeah.
a bit down what you can do with your free time. Because if you
Yeah.
don't focus on the social links, or the confidants in that case, you miss out on certain features, or you get... And you also have to prioritize when to do certain confidants when they are available, because you maybe miss out on certain features altogether. And if it... I don't know how how much of a problem it is in Persona 5, but I remembered it's a common problem that you will never, or almost impossibly, unless you religiously follow a guide, get all social links on rank 10 in a New Game 0. Only in New Game Plus, where you don't have to farm certain things because you already have the certain social stats or something in that direction, where you can accelerate the progress because of it.
Yeah.
So, for example, Persona 4's biggest problem with the social link system was, if I remember correctly, mostly that some of them were locked behind the jobs. Like, you only unlock the devil persona if you do the job at the hospital often enough. And
No, devil is locked behind guts. The social stat guts.
but it was the nurse in the hospital, right?
Yeah, but you don't work for her.
No, you don't work for her. You work in the hospital, so you can get the guts check, so you can get her social link.
No.
No?
It's you. First, it's a clinic, not a whole hospital. She was a hospital
Nurse.
nurse, but that changed. Now she is just a clinical. What's a clinical nurse basically. The second thing is you don't need to. Thank you, doctor.
Doctor.
She's a clinical doctor. The second thing is you don't need to work for her, or in any clinic or hospital for her, because the whole premise of her social link is that you work for her to get her backroom medical stuff, so you get the stronger shit.
Wait. Pause for a second.
The guts check is just every 2 or 3 confident level.
Quick question. Are we talking about the Devil Social Link in Persona 4 or the one in Persona 5?
I was on the premise we still talk about Persona 5.
I was talking about Persona 4 though.
That's why you said working for the hospital.
Yes.
Yeah, in Persona 4 it was working for the hospital.
I think it was
the Devil Arcana.
I think it was specifically cleaning windows and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Then there's the problem. We were talking about 2 completely different social links. Okay, yeah.
Well, both were the Devil Arcana.
Yeah, and both of them are in the medical field, so yeah. But no, what I was saying is the small caveat with the social links in Persona 4 was just like that. Some of them are locked behind the jobs, where you need also certain social skills before you can even start them. But also...
Fun fact, the politician in Persona 5. You need to work 2 days on in the ramen shop that you get the possibility to unlock the politician in Persona 5.
Yeah, but this is also things since Persona 3 already, where some social links split over into other social links. For example, I had to do the I forgot which Arcana he was, but the sports guy with the track team in Persona 3 to unlock the strength Arcana and shit like that.
Right.
So it's not the first time that this happened. My other problem with Persona 4's social link system is that since all party members now have their own social link and not just the females, and with the way they reworked it in 4, the party members social links had a bit of a priority because only with them you unlocked certain skills or even the persona evolution.
Yeah.
Which even and especially in the second release, it was even worse mandatory because without maxing out the social link before winter season or third semester, you cannot unlock the third tier persona.
Do you understand?
That's also a problem in 5 Royal.
Yeah, I was talking at this point. I was talking about both games. That's why I also mentioned the third semester. Because in Persona 4 Golden, it was only just the winter season, but I think 5 had a whole third semester.
Yeah, you need to do 3 whole Arcanas for the fucking Royal part. You only need 1 to unlock it, but you need the other... No, do you...
I think you need
1 to unlock it, but the other 2
for the good ending
are necessary to get the good ending.
So, wait a second.
Right, you need 1 for the third semester, 1 for the good ending, and 1 for a tiny change.
Damn. Also, before we keep discussing this, my teacher is asking me a question. It's one of those where I have to answer.
Oh.
In the tale of Genji Murasaki no Ue, it's portrayed as a woman of the highest class in terms of appearance, intelligence, and character. In the poem that Genji, the protagonist, sends to her, what did he compare her to? My brain says cherry blossom, but that sounds kinda cliche for Japanese culture. The other thing would be cat. I go with cherry blossom.
I would also go with cherry blossom with the guts.
It was, it mean that the image of you as beautiful as a wild cherry blossom will never leave my mind. Okay, good, I was right. So, it was cliche, but it was with reason. Also, I just realized the headphones I bought like last month are already broken for some reason. Like,
what?
Directly at the headphone jack, my headphones broke.
Ouch.
Well, I still have my Bluetooth ones. I only bought some wired headphones again because of the bike traveling. Because my Bluetooth headphones only stay alive for like 1 or 2 hours. And if I have to do a 4-hour bike ride, well, obviously I don't have enough power in them for my music. And you know I do not like dealing with my own head.
Yeah, fair.
Also, I just realized, why do I even care if I'm right or wrong at this point? I have all social links maxed as social stats. Even not, even not. I have max intelligence now. Which reminds me, I think I still didn't start Mitsuru yet, because I just recently got it and then stuff happened. But if I at least start a social link, then I can at least say that I can get a bit of a bonus and at least not completely zero. If I remember correctly, Mitsuru is in the faculty near the faculty office, like always. Also, I don't know why, but I don't like unless it's going to a complete new map. I don't like using the fast travel feature for some reason in Persona 3. It just feels more natural to run around than fast travel every second room.
Reload and FES? Yes. Audible? Nah.
I don't even remember having... Here's the thing. Fast travel like we have it in Reload didn't exist in FES. The only thing we had was going in front of the shelf in front of the classroom door, which lets you instantly skip to the open world map. But not like in Reload, where I can just open the map and instantly port to the floor, to the roof, to the faculty office, to the doctor's office and shit.
Yeah, but still, even if it was possible in FES, I wouldn't do it.
So, to know the etiquette of this place. Are there any customs I should follow? All of it.
I was lazy and teleported everywhere. Well, there are two kinds of people. The system exists. If you don't use it, it's your own fault. But if you wanna use it, it's there.
Now then, let us begin.
I say it every time. If a system exists in the game and you didn't had to use cheats or something else, then everything is viable. This is also why I don't like the Elden Ring elitists who scream that it's you're playing the game wrong if you use summons. Then why are they in the game?
To ignore them.
To be fair, I rarely used summons, but this was more because of an like our discussion earlier about the what to do right and what to do wrong thing with Greatsword and all that shit. I had the problem in Elden Ring that I didn't knew what summon would be a good one to take with me, even after I obtained the Mimic tier.
Carries with it a subtle
Fair.
complexity.
By the way, if
Yes.
Hoshi is
This is
in the
quite
stream right
delicious.
now.
At least in chat.
Excuse me, Monsieur Chef de Cuisine?
Chef de cuisine. Talking to me?
Hey darling, can I have some funny
Your
fresh?
ramen is absolutely wonderful. It's been a while since I last gave my compliments to the chef. What do you use for the bouillon?
Bouillon. The hell is that? You're asking about the recipe? Sorry, miss, can't tell you.
Yeah.
That's how we put bread on the table.
So it's a secret recipe. I completely understand. You don't have to tell me.
Wait a minute. Funny fresh were potato chips, right?
You mentioned this dish puts bread on the table? I suppose that means
You
it comes
know
in
we don't have them anymore, that's why I'm asking you. And yes.
Okay, good. Because I was
fascinating delicacy.
a bit confused right now, and also my head for some reason was going with Fisherman's Friends, and I don't think you can handle that shit. There's super spicy or super strong chewing tablet thingies there.
Oh, them! I love them!
Okay, then I guess I'm just a pussy because I can't handle this shit.
The recipe of something
You can handle them, Wes can handle them, my fucking stepdad can handle them.
The thing is, I love spicy things.
And there's the Knackpunkt because I don't like spicy shit.
That's okay.
Oh, sorry.
Although, if you
Got the best.
would be here and... Ah, you're not the only one.
Huh?
I'd
But
be
yeah,
willing to try ramen.
if you would be here and if you had an illness like
Do you find that unusual?
Erkältung, didn't know the
A cold.
word.
A little. It's
cold.
literally a cold.
Ah, okay. If you had a cold, I would feed you spicy things to get your nose free.
To hear.
Yeah. You know what I do for that?
Eh?
I was about to say brief, nigga, but I have asthma, so this is not fair. No. I just smell strong stuff, which is funny because I have a really weird working nose. But I just smell strong stuff, and then my nose gets free from itself.
Ah,
Didn't
okay.
eat this kind of food growing up.
Because I might not be able to eat spicy shit, but
Style of restaurant
I can handle strong smells a bit better. Also, they don't hold that long, so it's a better working way for me.
So,
That's
I have
okay.
to admit, it's something I've always wanted to try.
So everyone has his own technique for that.
Yeah.
I'm glad we came here today. You've already taught me so much about ramen etiquette. I would love to return here in the future.
But it was funny with my girlfriend.
In what regard? You did do that to her when she had a cold, didn't you?
Yep. And after that, the next 6 to 10 hours was her nose just running like a waterfall.
What I also like to do is take a warm shower then.
That's also a good idea.
Yeah, but I think not in the way I do it, because I only come out of the shower once I'm red as a lobster.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not
Yeah, I like to turn my shower into a slow cooker when I'm sick.
Oh. Ow.
I mean, I do it intelligently. I only turn the heat up in small margins so I can build up tolerance. But I still come out red and the fucking bathroom looks like a sauna.
So you look like Knuckles.
Yeah, but unlike him, I do chuckle.
God, was that a bad pun.
Oh, but the Tails pun we did the other day with doing the Arakan hunt was not a bad one.
Nah, that was a good one.
Ryuji-kun was just leaving.
Oh, hey there. Chilly out, huh? Hope you don't go catching a cold. You know, I stop by here pretty often. Weird we never see each other. Well, I'm out of here. See you later.
Later, Ryoji.
Okay, for some reason, why was I just confused that I let Koromaru on the sofa?
Is that Ryoji-san?
Like, for some reason I had this, my head was just like, who let the dog on the couch? But on one hand, Koromaru is a very intelligent dog. So, and I remember, if I remember correctly, I also let him on the couch when we were watching his documentations.
Yeah, he said he was going home.
Also, I did let my cats all the time on the couch, so I don't know what I'm complaining about.
Why was he
Yeah.
here?
To see Junpei. They've been hanging out a lot ever since the school trip.
But the rules state that visitors aren't allowed here.
You do have still the cold, but your nose is cleaner than before.
I don't think we have anything to worry about. He is dangerous. Dangerous? Ryoji-kun?
Come to think of it, he did hit on Mitsuru-senpai the first time he met her.
But having him around has really helped cheer you up, Junpei-kun.
Well, no point in dwelling on the past, right? Won't change a damn thing.
That's true.
What's up, Ai-chan?
I'm fine. It's just... I envy you, Junpei. I'm a machine, so I don't understand what it feels like to live.
Really? Well, you don't seem that different.
In my case, it's more accurate to say that I'm operational as opposed to alive. There are times when I malfunction, but I can always be repaired.
Well, if we were all like you, then we never have to worry about dying. Oh, crap! I don't have time to talk right now. I've got a mountain of homework. Serves me right for slacking. Oh, no use whining.
Junpei studying on purpose? I guess hell finally froze over. Well, better call it a night then.
The gift of life is not something I should possess. A weapon is much more difficult to operate when it's alive. That said, I believe I understand the concept of loss. Leader, the thought of something happening to you, it makes me...
I just saw the answers and I had on one thing think of you again, Cheryl, because one of the answers was just stop overanalyzing.
You are very special.
Ow.
You know I don't mean it in a bad way, but we both know that you tend to overanalyze a lot of shit. You're not the only one though.
Yeah.
I can't explain why, but I never want to leave your side. I want to protect you at all costs, to be there for you always. I apologize for keeping you. You must be tired. So much has happened in so little time. I'll return to my room as well. Good night. Yoji Mochizuki. He is dangerous. What is this unsettling feeling? I am a machine. I can't die, so no one will have to grieve for me. I have to do something. I don't want to see them suffer anymore.
I just realized no matter how much progress I will make, I can't even think about trying to play episode Aigis before next month. Oh, this will be fun.
Just zip it.
Hmm?
Not you.
Yeah, I just saw it. I just saw it in chat. Hey, look, a free day. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I should go to the police station and get the money for arresting people, though.
Wait, what?
If I save the people from Tartarus, I get next time I get into the police station, I get money for altogether. What's it called? Rewards from it. Like 3 fucking diamonds. I just got diamonds for saving someone.
Right.
Hmm?
My wait, what was a bit jokingly?
Yeah. Now I get Eto bleh. Also, I just got an Omega Drive.
I think my joke just wasn't really good, so
No,
it's okay.
It's not. Welcome back, Pat. It's not that your jokes are bad. My brain just didn't break. I did realize it, but like I just made a joke about you over-analyzing every shit. I take things too literally, and then I only realized it was a joke after I have to get defensive. You have your traumas, I have mine.
Then just stop having traumas.
You say like I can just unequip them.
Or in a better way, breathe air.
Oh shit, dumbass, breathe. If it was that easy to not have traumas, I wouldn't have traumas. Everyone has traumas. Everybody gets a Porsche. I literally don't know what to do today. I don't need to shop. I don't need the social stuff anymore. I mean, I could use the extra money. Did I miss something? You did miss. You missed a lot depending on when you went off, because certain dog therapist.
Thank you.
Oh, Haruki.
Not Jesus. We will not. We cannot escape Persona 5 for today, can we? May I also remind you that Persona 5 doesn't happen for another 7 years in Persona 3 verse. At least 7 years.
By the way, Ray.
Huh?
How do you think this whole reality thing works? Because if it's a bubble, shouldn't the Seas gang, like, I don't know, help around in Tokyo?
I went off after your question when Junpei got his Fury. A lot happened then. If you went off then a lot happens. Do you mean about the third semester and 5?
Yeah, but you can also extend that to Yardabo and with the shit that turned out.
Roy doesn't know about first. Pat, I do indeed know about third semester at this point. I didn't play it, but I did my research.
I didn't spoil it. Don't worry.
I'm in the stream. You will never escape this.
Hello. It's me. Sorry.
No, but the thing is, there are 2 possibilities. Cause it's the same paradoxical question of if you stop time, and someone else, it doesn't stop everywhere or just in around that area kind of shit. Also, on the other hand, it is important to note, like I said, Persona 5 plays at least 7 years after Persona 3. And I think only if you go with the fighting games, then only Akihiko, Ken, and Mitsuru are still active SEAS members in that around that case. Ken is still in school. Mitsuru and Akihiko might be the only active SEAS member at the time because Junpei has a job and Yukari has a job. Plus, it also depends on where the SEAS group is at this point, because even if we go by now, the question would be where is Paulownia Island in geologically away from Tokyo, because consider this, Japan is still a whole fucking country.
Fun fact, Hoshi and I did the research on that, and you travel the more or less exact distance in Strikers without spoiling too much of Strikers now.
Okay.
So you need like 2 or 3 days if you do breaks.
Persona 5 is only supposed to play 2016. It never stated officially since P5 only says the year 20XX, but the P5 calendar is based on the 2016 one. Yeah, this is also the info I have where I said that Persona 5 plays at least 7 years after Persona 3. Because Persona 3 plays in 2009 to early 2010.
Considering this, I think it would be
Plus, Yukari is mentioned about her new movie.
Yeah, because she plays Featherman Pink, I guess it was.
Yep. So she is still around and kicking.
Yeah, it's not about if Yukari is still alive. It's about how active she is as a Persona user. Like, I know, like I just said, in the fighting games, she and Junpei are playable and they still use their Personas and shit. But if I remember correctly, in the story mode, only Akihiko and Mitsuru are actively still working as Persona users in that degree. Although I think Akihiko only just to a certain degree. But he's quicker on call for Mitsuru than the other members. And even then, like I said, it's a thing about... also, Akihiko gets mentioned in P5 as well. Yeah. I think Naoto also gets mentioned in P5.
Yep. Naoto also... the Oracle in...
Rise,
yeah. She is also mentioned. Wait a second, please.
Yep.
Transmogrified. The body.
Hey, and I think I got the Shiro saved.
Judging by the post-mortem, we were certain she was...
Yes, Akihiko gets mentioned, but it's established in the fighting games that he is on his adventure to be the strongest fighter in the world. Yeah, this is what I meant with, I think he is not a complete active SEAS member, but he is quicker on call for Mitsuru should something arrive. Because if I remember correctly, Mitsuru still leads the Kirijo group in 2016. And, well, yeah, still should still be able to react to Persona or Shadow-related incidents. But even then, I think it's a thing about how quickly can they get to Tokyo. And even then, as Naoto has learned to be private detective. If I remember correctly, Naoto gets mentioned the first time you meet Akechi in the story of Persona 5. Because then there's the whole... in a TV though, so it is missable, but I think it was something about a second detective prince and all that shit. But back to topic, I think, if we think about it, either it might be that the whole reality is rewritten during the third semester, so the Kirijo group can't even react to it because they don't know something is wrong, or we have a fucking JJK culling game problem of nobody can enter the rope reality without either being affected or just can't enter it. But I think it would be it would have been known on a global scale if nobody can enter Tokyo for some fucking reason. So I think it's eher a Wonder Vision thing of once you get inside the warp reality, you're also affected by it, so you won't react to it. We have here in Japan, what is with all of them? Or, like I said, the reality warp hit the whole world, so everybody is affected and nobody will try to do something against it because nobody knows if it's what the problem is. And I think that's at least my answer for the third semester, because in the if we go for the final act with Yaldabaoth, I think this just happens way too quickly because it happens in like one day. So I think just in that case the Kirijo group wasn't able to start an operation before it was already over.
If there are any
Or
other
they
changes,
thought, hey, these Phantom Thief made all the other things possible. We'll let them do the shit.
Nobody noticed anything changed. Yeah, this is kind of what I meant, Pat, with the nobody knows, and it really nothing really changed. With the nobody, unless you are part of the Phantom Thief, which happened with Joker and then later with the other ones, nobody will even realize that there is a reality shift, so nobody will react to it.
right then.
I think a Persona user could realize that.
Yeah, maybe. But what if it was just too far away for the Kirijo group to react to it? What about that?
That's the only thing that could be, yeah.
Also, theoretically, it might have two other problems. First of all, and if we go with it that also some of the Persona 4 members may still do some Persona stuff, we had the problem of either the Persona 3 and 4 groups individually would not realize that this is a Persona-related disturbance they feel because it's nothing like the Midnight Channel or the Dark Hour. And also I think if then one who would mostly realize it, if at all, would be the Navigator, so Fuka and Rize for that matter.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Although there's another problem.
It's really stated in the RP manga that Atlas brings out frequency that for everyone, but Phantom Thief it was nothing. Okay, so it is really because it's not like Dark Hour or Midnight Channel, the other Persona groups would not even realize it.
I think the problem is, for that matter, they can't do any, even if they feel something, they can't do shit about it. Because they don't have the app.
Besides that, I mean, maybe doing the Yaldabaoth thing because reality and metaverse were so intertwined that you didn't need the app, you just needed to be a Persona user. But on the other hand, like I said, unless only Mitsuru would be able to set out an operation, because she's the only one with a fucking car apparently. And even then, yeah, like Pat said, if the other Persona users can't even realize what is happening, they can't react to it, and wouldn't make,
right.
And also maybe wouldn't even made it in time. I want to see you. Please come to the music room. Sir. Well, time for another hangout with Ryoji. And on the other hand, I just think that they didn't want to include the Persona 5 group, the groups of the other Persona games, because it's just not their game anymore, and we have Persona Q for that, even though this plays all the time in, like, the middle of the thing. I just remembered my other argument. Remember at the beginning of the answer how the whole group was like, we didn't fight for almost an entire fucking month, so we're out of practice, and therefore... we got a bit weaker, so which is why which is at least the in-game explanation, while my whole fucking group is now level 25 again. I think... Yeah?
Although that's a bit BS in my eyes.
I mean, you can...
Considering Akihiko is somewhat of a workaholic in terms of bodybuilding.
Yeah, and Junpei
So
is...
at least he should be still at his peak.
I think that even then, also consider that Junpei is still also doing baseball practice and Yukari is still in her archery training and all that shit. I think the problem was not that they got soggy in fighting altogether, but more in using their personas.
Yeah.
But that's only kind of my point. What I was on about is, I think if we also consider and keep in discussion that the fighting game is at least canon enough for that discussion, let's say it like that. I think also that even if the Persona 3 and 4 group were able to move out to Tokyo and try to help out with either Yalabov or the third semester, it would have the problem of they just are not on the power level anymore to handle this shit, unless it's Narukami with Izanagi no Okami. And that also is a maybe. And Makoto is out of the picture for obvious reasons. Atlas admit they got overwhelmed with the character amount, so they dumped each one down to one trait. Yeah, this is only considering Persona Q. And I just threw in Persona Q for a second, so I know about the problem with characterization in Q.
Although it means basically Atlas shows weakness, which could destroy the whole Persona franchise.
Nah, I think it's not that critical. The main problem with Persona Q was they had to write for 3 whole group of Persona users.
No, the thing is, it's the same problem with Pokemon, which Pokemon will handle or need to handle someday. It gets too big.
Yeah.
It's too much.
This is
it will destroy itself eventually. And
at least it's your girlfriend who calls you out on this. Don't worry, I totally...
That means I should just shut up.
No, don't worry. I get you. I get the problem. Also, I don't...
It's the same problem J.K. Rowling has. To be frank.
Isn't that her problem just she's a bad writer? Sorry.
That's why it happened so fast for her.
8 books later.
Pokemon has just a better writer and a way more simpler concept to work with.
Also, a thing about...
So it's not as... it doesn't comes as hard and as fast as it could.
It doesn't collapse on itself that fast.
Yeah.
Also, I think, and this is the same thing Persona tries to do at least, is, well, that Pokemon tries to keep everything in their own region and only puts 1 or 2 guest characters from other regions or 1 or 2 call out to other regions into it. Like, for example, having Red and Blue in the post-game battle tower of Sun and Moon, or having character mention other regions, but not like putting the whole fucking cast of Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald into the plot of Pokemon Scarlet Violet, for example.
Basically.
Like, the only game that does that to a higher degree would either be the Johto games, because, well, you go through Johto and Kanto, or, if we want to be extra feisty, we're going to Pokemon Masters X, which is just a gacha game with every fucking Pokemon trainer from every fucking Pokemon game, even the anime, because we have, like, anime Ash Ketchum. We have Red, we have Blue, but we have also Ash as a character in Masters EX. And Masters EX has the same problem with multiverse bullshittery like every other gacha game that tries to cross over everything. I think Fire Emblem Heroes has the same problem, but I don't know, I didn't play Heroes.
It is a possibility.
But yeah, I think
The thing is, the fans want to know more, and this will be a big problem for Persona 6.
yeah, but this is I think this is just a whole problem altogether for games that have more games than 3 for as evilly said, because you realize how we never even got mentioning of Persona 1 or 2 unless we count the DLC clothes for Persona 5.
Yeah. But the thing is, 3 did something
I had to talk.
probably pretty dumb.
Elaborate.
Persona 3. It is also 4, by the way. It is mentioned from Elizabeth that she wants to rescue Makoto.
I wanted to say to you.
Yeah, which is also elaborated on in the fighting game again, even.
And also, with that, Margaret
I guess for today,
talks about that.
I'd like to say thanks.
Yeah, but this is... I mean, it is in Reload a bit more, because Reload has the, I call it Kiwami problem, Kiwami trait. With that I mean, you know how Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2 try to remedy some things they did in Yakuza 0, which would have retconned shit in the original Yakuza 1 and 2?
Mm-hmm.
And in the same direction is now Elizabeth in Persona 3 Reload able to talk about Margaret and Theodore, even though we shouldn't know about Margaret until Persona 4, and Theodore only through the female route of Persona 3 Portable, which is not playable in Reload. But Elizabeth does mention them, and therefore already makes them canon to some degree. Which throws in a whole other thing with the female route, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole yet.
Nah, the thing I want to get is we have to get a Persona game with Elizabeth in the main role. She turned into a wild card. She has her own quest. All that is wished also by the community.
I mean, I don't know about Elizabeth becoming a wild card, because if you consider you can fight all Velvet Room attendants in their respective Persona game, and also fight as Elizabeth in as Elizabeth in the fighting game. I always took it that Velvet Room attendants just have access to the Persona compendium of their Velvet Room attendant and can use their personas willy-nilly, like some stupidly said. Velvet Room attendants work more like a devil summoner with the personas they acquire by their Velvet Room guest. So
yeah, the thing about that is I know there is a cutscene where I think it was Margaret fighting Elizabeth and Elizabeth unlocking the wild card feature.
This might be from the fighting game. I had to look into this though, because I get your reasoning, but I have to check the sources for that. But yeah, it's not without merit to think like that. So it would be interesting to see what happens, like if there is something special happening to a Velvet Room attendant if he becomes his own wild card, or just becomes a Persona user altogether in general, not unlike they normally do with like just summoning the personas from the compendium.
I even got to go on a trip with you.
Plus, if she gets to be a wild card, there must be a game with her, or it will just
It's been a joy to experience
be like
every day.
They could have just stayed that uncanon.
I mean, yeah, like I said, the canon of the fighting game is semi-questionable, but also on the other hand,
that it's the same about Persona Q.
Yeah.
Which is stated to be canon from Atlas.
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, it sounds like a stupid example, but about the whole Margaret. Elizabeth has to get her own game because she got the wild card is like saying we have to get a whole Kingdom Hearts game focused around Kairi since she unlocked her Keyblade, or a whole game about, I forgot, Wally was his name, I guess, the rival from Generation 3 with the Gardevoir or Galagladi as in the remakes.
Galagladi.
Yeah, it was Gardevoir in the originals, but in the remakes you got Galagladi because Gardevoir Gallade is the English name. Gallade didn't exist in Gen 3, obviously.
The thing also is now my brain needs to process data you said for about 1 minute ago.
About the just because Elizabeth is a wildcard doesn't mean she has she needs her own game, because in other medias, just because a character got protagonist powers, he doesn't got his own spin-off as well.
Yeah, but you named a character which got her own game. Kairi.
Oh,
you named Kairi.
Melody of
Kairi
Memories.
got her own game.
You mean Melody of Memories? Am I right?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Which is her game.
Yeah, if I remember, wasn't the whole plot that we went into her dreamscape to find Sora or some shit?
Which is shown at the last cutscene, that we not only jumped into her dream, we play as her playing other heroes. Kingdom Hearts heroes.
Fair. But on the same note, it also means that if we want a whole game with Elizabeth as the protag, it could also be just some, evilly said, something like a jump and run spin-off or something like the Q games. Like, still an RPG, but not like the OG game, like the OG Persona games.
The thing about that is that's not Atlas style.
Fair.
When I visited you guys at the dorm.
I think we have to see Elizabeth is a wildcard in the fighting game and dancing game, but her story will conclude with her undoing Persona 3, but we don't know when she awakened to people theorize after the answer. I think it
So that means we need another DLC for Persona 3.
That's what it really means to build
either that, or we really have to see what is Atlas cooking with Persona 6. Like, on one hand, we only know that apparently the color for Persona 6 is supposed to be green, but imagine the whole fucking Persona 6 will just be focused on the on Velvet Room attendants, for that matter.
Oh, you mean like all of them?
Yeah, like, just a fucking dungeon crawler with Elizabeth, Theodore, Margaret, and the twins.
Not the twins anymore.
Yeah, I know they're already they are Lavenza again, but sometimes it feels like they keep swapping between being Lavenza and the twins how they please.
It's not about that. Lavenza can split herself after that. Or I think that it was something like that.
I want you to know that you're important to me. I know I said I wanted us to be friends,
but that would be cool, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Like I said, even if it would just be a spin-off, it would be more than nothing. It doesn't have to be Persona 6, but it would be nice if we had something like, I don't know, some kind of plot of the Velvet Room is breaking down because of some outer-worldly shenanigans, and the Velvet Room attendants have to fix it because they can't leave the room and Igor can't do shit besides fusing personas. To say it like an asshole, for that matter.
Something Elizabeth did destroys the Velvet Room.
We know it will have two projects as well, SNK, and fans nicknamed them now Shiro and Kuro. For Black and White, yeah. I think you said something about that. People theorize that the colors will not only be green but also monochrome black and white.
I don't
Huh.
really get it myself, but I...
It kind of reminds me of Sin City, I guess was the name. It was a gory action film that was completely in black and white, unless red is involved. Like blood and all that shit was still red, but other than that, the film was in completely black and white. It even had a Wii game for all things. And instead of having red as a third color and that whole monochrome thing, having like green would be an interesting take. Or what I also could think is green is still the main color, like in every other Persona games had theirs, but it has a strong theming around black and white, or just I don't know, chess and all that shit.
Excuse me. Oh, it's you.
But
Sorry,
yeah, for that I think
didn't interrupt.
for that we have to wait until we get the first official trailer of Persona 6.
I was just
If it
passing
even
through the
happens.
hall, and I heard someone playing a beautiful song on the piano.
I mean, yeah.
I mean it like how currently the gaming market is
So I thought I'd
evolving.
stop by to
It
watch the
is a
performance.
possibility that Atlas just turns to dust.
If from what I see, Atlas is not on the chopping block right now, at least for now, because Sega is holding it still up to at least keeping it alive.
Yeah, in theory at least, because we had other companies that looked really well and then just
Oh, I wanted to ask.
gone.
It might have just been my imagination, but
I just had to think about the whole fiasco with Hi-Fi Rush again.
I thought I sensed
Thank you.
Ryoshi-kun's presence in this room.
Exactly the company I was thinking about.
Yeah, but this was it Bethesda per se? No, Bethesda was the studio that was working with Hi-Fi Rush, or was making publishing at least Hi-Fi Rush, but I don't know if it was Bethesda who shelved them. But on the other hand, it is Bethesda, and well,
I know what you mean. Just more like there are so many variables right now. It could just go completely nuts.
Sega is holding up, and Atlas has enough to even buy themselves out of the deals. Atlas self-publishes in Asia. They couldn't do it without the backups. Huh.
Then why needing a Chinese company to begin with?
Welcome back.
Huh?
For X. Persona 5X.
Oh, yeah.
Still a bit bad. It's for me a really bad mouthful that they need to do work with a Chinese company when we know Chinese companies tend to be a bit bad about
Censorship
data
and all that.
and all.
If I remember correctly, this had some. Wait a minute, what's this? Oh, it just Nullsphere. Okay. If I remember correctly, it had multiple reasons. One of them is, despite everything, China has still one of the biggest mobile markets, and also the biggest gacha market. Why do you think games like Wuthering Waves and all the HoYoverse games are also from China? Plus, I think Phantom X was a bit of a way or attempt from Atlas to try to bring Persona out to the Chinese market, because of all the normally happening censorship and all that. Persona doesn't get much footing in the Chinese room, and the best way Atlas and the company that publishes Phantom X is well, do it the way with a medium that Chinese players are in the best known or involved with, which would be a mobile gacha game. So it is just it's not a full-on partnership for everything Atlus involved, but just a way to stretch out into the Chinese market.
Fair.
That's how Chinese laws work. You can't release games in China. Blizzard has to partner with NetEase to have servers in China, even though they don't need to money-wise. You can't release games from China if you don't have a partner there that handles it. Yeah, this is also the other thing. You need basically something like a broker for the Chinese market. And because China's market is that big in terms of people, technology, population, and all that shit, and also just infrastructure altogether, it is not a bad idea for business to stretch your arms out into the Chinese market. Yes, because of how Chinese regulates this shit and is very picky about certain topics like bones and religious stuff, you have to cut a few corners and need, like we said, that broker. But yeah, I think the main thing with Phantom X, like I said, is just to stretch Atlus's arms out a bit further. Just to do it, basically.
Yeah, but it is also a gamble because you could just throw away your whole franchise's community with that move. Because
I think
nowadays everyone knows how shitty data collection is in the Chinese in China.
I think this also makes it kinda double-edgy, ironic that, okay, double-edgy is a word I should never use like that because this sounds not like the word I want to imply with it. It sounds a bit double-edged when I say it, because I was about to say, I think the biggest problem with Phantom X is that it for now releases only in China and not everywhere else, which pisses off Pat because he's not that big a fan of gacha games, but he wants to play the Persona game because it's a Persona game. But on the other hand, if we consider the whole problem with data safety and all that shit because of the Chinese market, then it might also be a bit of a bittersweet sacrifice that the game is only available in the Chinese market for now at least. Like Warcraft, there has loot boxes and you can't buy game time, you need to get it out of loot boxes, and Blizzard West would never do that. Yeah, also the undead in the Chinese version look absolutely weird because of the whole we can't show bones, so every fucking undead model that had like a bit of bone or like a loose jaw had to be remodeled. And I love the mascot, it's an owl with a tonfas and a mecha! Right,
yeah.
I remember that one. This was kind of funny to see.
Indeed it was. I had to pay for
I'm just concerned that Atlus turns into a Pokemon 2.0.
This is a complete fair concern.
That money is everything and they shit on the community.
I mean, like I said, I get your problem. But I think the other thing is that Pokemon just has this caveat of it is the biggest franchise worldwide, like completely. And this allows them to have this maybe lets the executives think that they have a lot of leeway with the things they try and do. And then Raido wouldn't happen. Right! If this would have, Raido Kusunoha had this remake announcement in the Switch 2 stream.
Huh. Like that cat who made fun of me for eating plain rice. Or the ingrate who threw my holy socks in the trash. Now, they both look at me with envy. What they make in a year, I make in a month.
But then also,
never came out in the
where's the Persona 1 and 2 remake?
Yeah, this is always a weird topic. Because I was about to say but we got the remakes on the PSP, but I know what you mean because of Persona 3 Reload, and now there are rumors about the Persona 4 remake that also uses the same engine or at least the same style as Persona 3 Reload, and Persona 1 and 2 gets forgotten again. But I think and this is a bit evil said, I think on the same level how Persona 1 and 2 gets most often forgotten or only mentioned for cosmetic DLCs or just for callbacks, The same thing happened with Shin Megami Tensei, cause we only got Nocturne as a HD re-release. We never saw anything about Shin Megami Tensei 1, 2, or even the original Megami Tensei for that matter. From the leaks, it's in the works, but 2 will be a full-fledged remake while 1 is a remaster. I just remembered it's like with Metroid Zero Mission, where you buy Persona 2, and in some kind of secondary arcade menu, you can then play Persona 1 without without interacting with your Persona 2 save file and all that shit.
I
Like,
hope that I don't be a bad person now in your eyes, Pat, but me and leaks are not on the good side, because there can be leaks about everything. So my trust into leaks is very finicky, even if the person behind the leaks, the leaker,
is a valid source.
is a really good one and brings only true stuff up. There can always be something that it don't happen, and that's why I don't like to build hope on leaks.
We had the same thing with West the other day about the leaks for new Genshin characters. Yeah, most of them were right, but trusting in leaks is like trusting your classmate who told you about the Mew below the truck. Just because a lot of people say it happened or it is a thing doesn't mean it is 100% true. So
That's the thing. I trusted a classmate that we had the next day no school. Didn't go there because I even told my mother about that and it was fine. And I had to go to detention because of that.
Yeah, I had a similar thing with my classmates telling me that we didn't have school. We had. There was a Mew below the truck. You just didn't push hard. Hurensohn.
The thing is, there was one. If you coded it with a few glitches.
I think they even made that shit canon in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Oh really? What?
Don't quote me on that one. Because then we have the exact problem we were just talking about. Don't quote me on that one. I
know.
I heard that they did something with the truck because of that whole rumor and all that shit, but I can't say for 100% sure. Because other than that, I know for certain that you got a Mew if you bought that stupid Pokeball Joy-Con thingy. Because there's a Mew inside and all that schnick-schnack. But that is why I want more than the official Persona website turning green and with black-white accents and the letters S and K in the background. Yeah. And like I said, trusting in... looking up leaks and taking information from that is one thing. Taking it as a fact or just being skeptical about them is a whole other thing. Because, of course, you can't trust leaks 100%, and that is completely fair. So yeah, also back to the school story. We had a whole WhatsApp group with the whole class for information and shit. And well, the whole fucking class trolled me about that on a day we normally have school only on the second hour. They told me we had it in the first hour, so I was there at school 1 hour too early. Not only was I pissed as fuck, but I told my teacher about it and showed him the chat. Well, guess whose whole fucking class got detention besides me?
Ow! What? Sorry for my English, for my German there, but what the fuck?
There's one thing about trolling your classmate. There's another thing about leaving evidence, and my teacher didn't have none of it at this day. Ah, that felt good. Okay, social link time. I could do the track team, I could try the art. Can I even do the art club? Well, I can, I see student council. I don't want to deal with student council. Wait a minute. Your strength. Which was the social link I was just sawing that was also almost done? Was oh wait, track team. No, wait. Art club? Oh, I completely forgot that I did never finish his social. I'm an idiot. I did so many other stuff, or in quotations, more important stuff, that I completely forgot the track team for way too long.
Well.
And today he doesn't want to hang out with me. Fuck me, I guess. Plus, I did something this same on a class where we got 2 school buses for it, and it was an 8-hour drive through the night, but on the drive back all seats were taken because some people put their bag. This is getting interesting.
Is there a limit what you
Yeah.
can write?
There's a what's it called? There's a letter limit. Honored and reserved 2 seats with it, and I told teacher about it because I couldn't find an empty seat, and teacher got angry.
If I put in my greatest effort, I will achieve the greatest outcome. 1 needle, 1 soul. This is my Subate, my everything.
I hate people.
Yeah.
Huh.
Mood.
The key material has been completely transformed. I could never have done this on my own. Without you, I would probably be back home already. And thanks to all your help, the kimono is almost finished. I feel so blessed.
You know how I earlier said that it's a bummer that or that I don't like the confidence system from 5 because of how mandatory all confidence felt in their own way? I think to a certain optional degree, because then it would only be for the fun and or for some little extra and not so mandatory. I would like it if we can get a bit more bonuses from certain social links. Like, I know some social links do that, like if you go to the bookstore and the old couple gives you a melon bread and shit. But for example, I thought about if I'm hanging out with Baby all the time in the art room, it would be cool if I would do either during the social links altogether or during the event, doing the whole social link altogether, and in the end I get one. I could make an alternate skin or something, for example, for my for myself or one of my characters, or a costume, whatever you want to call it.
And I just found a weird thing about power.
What did you found?
Something I need to tell you.
The mirroring in the glass floor is fucked up.
What's on the glass floor fucked up?
The mirroring.
The reflection?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. And 2 seasons.
I have gotten to know many people since coming to
And thanks, I didn't know the word reflection in that moment.
Yeah, happens. English is 3 languages in a trench coat sometimes.
Yeah.
But
I threw it in the game talk.
Okay, I look over my phone real quick. You know what? I just look over my phone real quick.
If my aunt was still alive.
That's not how reflection works.
I didn't even consider that it has reflection for a second, because all I saw all the time it was green glass and, well, frames below. Okay, I have to do something that might only Pat understand real quick. And Amber. I forgot about Amber. Hey.
What did you do?
I posted a GIF. Shall I give you the short context of it?
Yeah, but it looks weird.
Kamen Rider Ryuki is a season about a mirror dimension.
Ah.
So it has a mirror dimension as a whole sub-dimension, and if I remember correctly, later even the one of the antagonists is the mirror image of the main rider. Don't quote me on that one though. But yeah, jumping into mirrors and all that shit is a thing that happens a lot, and also fighting in said mirror dimension. It's like their explanation why Kamen Riders are still secret in that verse, if I remember correctly. I still have to watch that season, but for that I have to finish Agito with Fate. Because Ryuki is exactly the season after Agito. Funny enough, this is also the only season that got an English adaptation called Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Let me tell you something, it wasn't good.
Aw.
That's the evil mirror image of Kido-kun, the protag. Yeah, exactly. His rider form was also just Ryuki in black. And called Kamen Rider Ryuga, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I heard a lot that Ryuki is a good season, so I can't wait for it to happen. I just have to watch, finally, fucking Agito with Fate completely. But this is, if I'm all the time either playing just Genshin, World of Warcraft, playing Monster Hunter Wilds with Sharo, or just going to sleep because my sleep schedule is fucked, then yeah, not much time.
By the way, how many energies do you have into right now?
Only one, but I only bought one because the my gas station had only the cherry monster energy and the mango one, and 2 zero sugar versions that I don't like because one of them has pineapple in it.
Oh.
And I don't like the mango. The mango is a bit too creamy for me, but I love cherry as a flavor, which is also why my mom and I always fight about the Dr. Pepper. But I have only that one can, and I drank it at the beginning of the stream. But I still have a full bottle Mezzomix.
Ah, okay.
So don't worry, I'm still kicking. I'm not giving up yet. Just we are only 2 hours in, and my quota is 5 hours.
You are like, I'm still standing.
Oh, I'm drunk. Alrighty. Part-time position open. Somebody in town? Nope. Then you know what? Maybe I just gonna enhance my plans with Junpei. Oh, and me and Amber reached Vox Machina Season 3. Ah, nice.
Not exactly huge, but what we lack in size will make up for in numbers.
That's why I was calling. I wanted to see the finale. Ah.
I'd say that's a mighty fine work. Let's head back downstairs.
Oh, fuck, not again. Oh.
Gesundheit.
Thanks. Oh, that one made my head Schädelbrumm.
I've been looking for you. What are you doing here?
I kinda just ended up here somehow. It's so strange. The sky and the ground look all weird, and there's no one around. Something bad's happening right now. But for some reason, I feel at peace.
Have you forgotten?
What?
This is the dark hour. Ordinary people shouldn't be free to roam about.
I guess makes it sounds like it's just forbidden to be out in the dark hour, and not like it's just not possible for non-Persona users.
You've adapted to it somehow. Too
Well,
for
it
a human.
is possible for non-Persona users.
Yeah, if you get forced out of your transmogrification. But this is...
Also, beings that have the potential but not a persona.
I still consider this Persona users, and but even then you're right, there are still other exceptions, like for example, if I remember correctly, Mitsuru's father is also not a Persona user and doesn't even have the potential, but because he was there when the accident happened, he is able to roam in the dark hour without being transmogrified. Just like the chairman.
I finally understand. That's why I feel this way whenever you are around.
So there are a lot more exceptions to be able to be out in the dark hour without being a user, but those are very situational exceptions normally. And yeah, being forced out of your transmogrification is more of an anomaly or outside influence than really being something about you being special.
Enemy? Enemy. That's right. It was on a night like this, with a full moon. It was a long time ago.
Damn, level 45 and I killed the second boss finally.
We've met once before.
Empowered?
Mm-hmm.
Level 45.
Yeah, I'm level 45.
The recommended level for the second boss is 25.
Wait, what?
Level
Oh,
13.
that's why her attacks didn't do so much damage at my shield.
Yeah, the thing is, the first two dungeon boss, tower bosses are not that hard. It's level 10 to 13 and level 25. The third tower, but the third tower already goes up to level 40. The fourth tower goes to 45, and then the fifth tower goes to level 50. Then you go to Sakurajima and fight the boss on level 55, and then on Faybreak you fight the last boss on level 60. But also, the third tower boss starts to be extra meaty, which is why you have to consider how to build your team. Which is why Andre, Fate, and I in our world are building specifically PAL teams for that. Like the last boss was, the third boss is an Ozark, so it's an Electro Dragon. So you should consider taking ice and ground boss with you when you do all the side quests before the main quest in all the RPGs. Yeah, exactly like that. Oh yeah, I finally did the tower boss on this level. Digga, you went way above and beyond with that. You just went in there and killed base form Frieza with fucking Super Saiyan Blue.
You and I were enemies.
I have a really good word for that.
Overkill?
Oops.
It don't blip.
I mean, I could do the third boss already.
But like I said, the third tower boss is the beginning of them being really meaty if you don't consider their weaknesses. So I would consider you take either a ground pal or an ice pal, or maybe both. Which would only be Rapturo Christ and Mamore's Christ, if I remember correctly. Or was it Musanda Christ? One of them. But I would say take a ground pal, because a ground pal is immune to being paralyzed. Also, there are multiple ways to do this. You either can go with a full squad, so you can swap out, or what I did is have one major combat pal, and then use the rest of your team slots to take pals with you that boost the element of your pal. And I like to take my Gay Claw with me because gliding away with Gay Claw is faster than with a regular glider. Also faster than a dodge roll. It has no iframes, but it covers way more distance.
I am Igus.
Yeah, you just killed a level 1. You just went to Stormwind and killed Hoga with a fucking mythic grade geared character. And Pat knows exactly what I mean with that. But in that case, Hoga deserves it.
I was created to destroy shadows.
Hey,
Oops.
hey, Denandayo!
And you, your true name is Death. You sealed away 10 years ago.
Shadow.
Oh fuck, anime cutscene. I wasn't ready for that.
Yes, 10 years ago, on the night when I was born, I stood on this very bridge.
Don't know if I ever said it, but I like how when Igus starts or gear mode, she gets those butterfly wings.
Self and a persona.
I am the bearer of the 13th Arcana. Everyone.
I mean, the only thing in this cutscene I don't understand is why didn't she just
Part of my
nuked
power was
him?
broken off and scattered. I wasn't at my full strength back then.
There's all these bullets and rockets.
Even so.
I mean, if you
still far
saw it in the beginning of the cutscene right now, like here, Death has some kind of barrier up.
Yeah, but she realized that with a melee attack, which isn't the greatest idea out there.
Since I was unable to defeat you, my only option was to seal you away. However, under the circumstances, there was only one suitable vessel. A human boy who had the misfortune of being nearby.
Even as a little child, Makoto did not give a fuck about everything around him. What? He just stood up absolutely nonchalant.
Inside of him all this time.
Oh, but I like this design. I see why Thanatos looks the way it does.
Missing pieces. And then. I get it. I understand now. I remember everything. I know exactly who and what I am.
Palladius!
Don't be foolish, I guess. You can't win. I'm even stronger than before.
The machine is created to serve a specific purpose. I will destroy you. That is my only reason for existing.
It doesn't have to be that way, I guess.
Sorry. I can't carry out my mission. I'm a machine that can't fulfill its purpose. I have no reason to exist. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm scared.
Juno! Did something happen?
Yukari? What's the matter?
Well,
Well, I realize it's a full moon tonight. You did too, huh?
going in with 6
Turning into a
Anubis.
workaholic.
With 6 whole Anubis. You don't even...
5.
You didn't even consider putting in some variety in your team, damn!
Is something actually going on?
You said I should take ground units.
Fair.
I take ground units.
Yeah, I did say that. Maybe it's my way of covering everything, which was the reason why my pal of choice was a Rapturo Chris with ice and ground attacks, just to fuck him with both weaknesses. Because not only was Rapturo Chris immune to being paralyzed because it's a ground type, but his ice attacks also allowed him to freeze Orzhok.
Ah, fair.
Where could she have gone?
At one point, I was able to sense a persona, but I lost Aegis right after that.
You sensed a persona? Could it have been Strega?
Well, she hasn't detected any of them, but we can't be positive.
I've pinpointed her location. The Moonlight Bridge.
All right, call the others. Let's see what's going on over there.
Aegis!
I'm sorry. I remember everything. I remember who I am, who he is. Leader. I know why I wanted to be by your side. I'm sorry. I failed. Sorry.
You have no reason to apologize.
You?
Ryoji-kun? Wait, what are you doing here?
Aegis!
What is going on? It's all my fault.
You did this?
Hold on, Akihiko. He's not showing any signs of aggression. Now tell us. Who or what are you?
Turns out, I'm not so different from the creatures you call shadows.
You're a shadow?
I'm more than just an ordinary shadow. I'm the Appriser, born from the union of the 12 Arcana.
The Appriser?
I remember everything now. The terrifying truth about the shadows and about me. I can't. It's all so hard to believe.
You know the truth about the shadows?
I do.
What?
The shadows are here to facilitate the rebirth of the maternal being. As for the Appriser, it draws the maternal being to it, allowing her to awaken.
And the Appriser? That's you?
That's right.
His maternal being. What is it?
She's on a level of her own. No words in our language.
Also,
can
Anubis
describe
makes my attacks having
years ago.
Earth Elemental.
Hordes of shadows and contained
So
them
it
in a laboratory.
Anubis is the one who even what's it called? Enhances Earth attacks.
Not his, but mine.
Oh yeah, right. This is why Fate took Anubis with him, because it allowed him to do earth damage with its bullets. Yeah, that makes.
Yep.
This is also a thing you can do. Just have a pal out that gives you the elemental damage. There are so many ways to handle tower bosses. Everyone has their own merit. I just have a strong pal which covers the weaknesses. Maybe 1 or 2 enhancer pals for his elements. And then, well, I just keep support fire. I trust the damage of my pal more than my own. Also, I can go out of ammo. My pal doesn't.
That's where I was born. But transformation was interrupted, and I awoke before I was complete.
Oh, fuck. I do get tired though now. Fuck. Not now. It's getting interesting.
After that, Aigis took me down, and I returned the favor.
Aigis? Is this for real, Ryoji?
She knew she couldn't destroy me completely. So out of desperation, she sealed me within a child who just happened to be nearby. That child grew up carrying me inside him. And by some twist of fate, he later made his way back here. He even transferred to your school.
A transfer student? You don't mean...
That's right.
Moinsen, that's me.
I've lived inside him for a long time.
I'm the trauma child. Now bring me to the trauma center, please. Heh, get it?
Heh.
And when his persona awakened,
Damn.
the shadows did as well.
My attacks even do pure red damage.
That might be because you're hitting his crit zone.
His crit zone with his weakness.
Yeah, so you just headshot him with his elemental weakness. It's like doing a crit with a strength-based elemental attack at this point.
All in order to
Headshot.
become one with me.
Ryoji, you're the
Well.
oppressor? And you were inside of him? How the hell do you...
2 whole done power bosses.
I mean, the unlocks for it are worth it, but still, you took your sweet time for the second one at this point.
And the third.
All my fault.
No.
Heck, I
No.
could even do the fourth right now.
Yeah, but what I mean is, you had the threshold for the third tower boss just recently, but you didn't realize because you didn't even try to take on the second boss, and just, well, yeah.
Sorry. But there's more I need to tell you.
Ryoji-kun!
I'm just a slow starter, that's all.
Completely
No, what I take from how I know you is you didn't have confidence in trying to take on the second boss until now, because you didn't know the level threshold, and just now realize that you maybe should have done some more research when you should have at least tried to take him on the first time, instead of just steamrolling him with 20 levels above the recommendation. Because I know you and you have confidence issues like everyone else in this voice.
Let's let him rest
Then
for
I
now.
should
Aigis needs
grind
us too.
someone to a level 10, right?
What do you mean by that?
Confidence.
Wait, wasn't this a social stat in one of the Persona games? Because it isn't in 3.
Persona 5.
Oh, you fucker mother.
You
Really
can't
back off after that.
escape Persona 5.
Also, isn't the max level only like 5?
Nah, it's 10.
It was 10? Okay, wait, then it was 5.
It's 10.
Then it's 5 in
except
Persona 4.
for Maruki and... Maruki, Akechi, and... Kazumi.
Oh wait, this is a you're talking about confidence. I was talking about confidence as in the social stat.
Yeah, but that's how jokes work.
Huh? Why is half your comedic baseline just confusing me?
Most of my jokes go that I change a letter in a word.
Damn.
Because confidence.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, confidence was also a social stat in either 4 or 5.
Let's meet tonight on the 4th floor.
Oh, that could be.
Got it.
All right, I'll see you then.
So
I don't know that yet, though.
Damn you.
Can't you just...
Can I just what?
Like I have to do with the Fatalis armor still, couldn't you just boot up Persona 5 real quick and check your social stats?
Oh, right, I could.
Fuck, I'm on confusing me on 4 fucking layers and then acting like an idiot! Iglo besagt!
Looks like we're all here.
I'll be right back, I have to take a shit. Oh.
This is fun. And 4 has also not anything with confidence. So, no, there wasn't a social stat. Four was knowledge, expression, understanding, and diligence. Oh? Is there a confidence social stat in Metaphor?
So, I'm back.
Well, Pat found out for me that 5 only has charm, kindness, knowledge, guts, and proficiency. I looked up 4 and it's only knowledge, expression, understanding, and diligence with courage.
Oh, okay. Then I was wrong.
Maybe there is something with Metaphor, is Pat saying? I can't say anything about Metaphor though, because...
I also don't know anything about the social stats in Metaphor, so Pat has to answer that for us. He's the only one who played Metaphor till now.
Huh.
Are you okay, Ryuji?
Good to know.
Yeah, I'm okay.
And Ray?
Thanks.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, but that was
Besides,
pretty funny.
Yeah, I everything's alright. You know I just like to be a bit over-dramatic.
Yeah, I know. But I also know that I can be a bit
Then allow me to jump
problematic.
Right in. We have many questions that need answers after all.
If you would cause problems in that regard for me, I would have told you.
Okay.
Or at least write you about, because I realize I'm better in saying what's on my mind in writing than in saying it, but
Me too.
Anyway, I would have made you aware of it.
Okay.
Yesterday, you said the shadows were here to facilitate...
Because if you didn't realize it today when we talked with Shai about all the things that happened in the last days, I am very open about calling you out on your problems, because I know that you are aware of them yourself, and I try to help you, and also that you feel less bad about having those things. Which is the same thing with Pat and his shit, with... Okay, and the other ones. Oh wait, now confidence is level 4 of the social stat courage.
Tell us more
Oh wait,
about
what?
this.
Courage is also in P4.
It's also in
But no, courage has only average, reliable, brave, daring, and heroic.
then check the names of the social stats. And I don't know if there are. I know in the original Persona 3 the social stats had unique titles for every rank, so maybe check on that.
Guts has milk toast. What? Milk toast? Can you tell me how that is pronounced?
Give me a bloody sec.
You know what? I give you more. I write it in the chat real quick.
I'm already on it to just
There.
I don't see shit. Oh wait, you mean in like the Is this supposed to be called milk toast?
I don't know. By the way, P3 has for courage timid, ordinary, determined, tough, fearless, and badass.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be called milk toast. Like, damn. Okay, yeah, but would you mind if we keep the discussion for a bit later, because now it's heavy spoiler drop time.
Oh.
What the hell's Nyx?
Of course. I'm sorry.
No problem. This is why I told you.
She bestowed death upon this world. If she awakens, the world will be swallowed by darkness, and all life will perish.
All life?
Are you saying everyone will die?
It'd be more accurate to say that we'll all surrender the will to live.
Wait, are you talking about the Lost?
The same conclusion. Every single human being will become like the Lost, leading to the extinction of mankind and the end of the world.
The fall.
But there's still a way to stop it from happening, right? What? Don't tell me there's nothing we can do.
I'm sorry.
Wait, why are you apologizing? Are you saying there's no way to stop it?
That's right. You heard the bell. That's when it was all decided. I'm the appriser. The appriser of death. The fact that I'm here at all proves the fall is coming.
The fall is coming.
Everyone is at a loss of words. It's inevitable. The entire human race will the entire human race what is with language today? Will become members of the Lost. Ryoji's existence confirms that the impending extinction of mankind.
When will it happen?
I don't think you'll live to see next spring.
That's barely any time at all.
Ah. A class in Bloodborne.
What are you guys freaking out about? Nick Schmicks, am I right? All we gotta do is win and we're golden. And we haven't lost a single fight yet, have we?
You can't win. When you're up against Nyx, power doesn't mean a thing. It's like trying to fight the inevitable, like death or the flow of time. Nyx can't be defeated. She just can't.
What? This is bullshit!
This is all so sudden.
While the game overs, tell you otherwise, Junpei. Everyone is visibly distraught.
I was born from a collection of shadows, but now I have a human form, so I can talk with you, laugh with you, cry with you. It's the gift I received for existing within him, and because of that, I can give you a choice.
A choice?
Nyx's arrival is unavoidable now, but you can choose to live in peace until she arrives. You just have to kill me. If the Appriser disappears, all recollection of the Dark Hour would go with me, and that would erase any memories of this hopeless reality. There'd be no way for you to remember anything. When the fall comes, it'll happen in an instant. You won't have to suffer at all.
We'll forget everything?
I'm saying you can go back to your normal lives. And by doing that, you might buy a little time and delay the fall too. Technically, I'm the same as Nyx, so I can't be killed. But thanks to him, there's a part of me that's become human. So if it's done by his hand, then it may be possible.
Yoji-kun.
If you don't kill me, everything will stay just as it is. With no hope for salvation, you'll live every day paralyzed by the fear of your impending death. And I don't want to put you through something like that.
I know. I don't want my memories to be erased. I mean, forgetting all this would be like trying to hide from the truth.
Is that really such a bad thing? If you don't do this, all that awaits is despair greater than you can possibly imagine. You don't understand the terror of certain death. Don't make your decision without at least thinking about it first.
Why is this happening?
You don't have to decide right now. There's still some time. December 31st, New Year's Eve. You have until then to think about it.
Ah, now starts the boring month.
After that, I'll dissolve into the blackness of the Dark Hour and lose my physical form.
What a depression month.
December is the December month in Persona 3 is known for being relatively slow, as in you can't go to Tartarus because you just can't, because at least I think this was a thing. I know I remember at least that Tartarus doesn't evolve in that time. Your whole fucking group, like the whole group of C's, is also just depressed beyond everything, and it's just a really slow month because also some of your social links are just not available. At least this is how it is in Persona 3 FES and the original, which is why it is a meme that December is just a whole depressing month because we do nothing until wait for Sylvester to decide if we get into the bad ending and kill Ryoji or just try to fight the inevitable. But unlucky for Ryoji, not only am I prepared to fight Nyx, I also have for like 5 months at this point a fucking one-liner prepared for that bitch.
Yoji.
When Nyx arrives, I'm going to disappear anyway. So please, don't worry. I'll be back when New Year's Eve rolls around.
I steamrolled next.
Stop, Junpei-kun! I felt Ryuji-kun's
Yeah,
presence
Hoshi
vanish just
too.
now. There's no point in chasing him. He's
I
gone.
over-prepared.
Nyx was not really a really bad fight, right?
I think I also had no big struggle against her in FES, but yeah. Even then, you know, over-preparation is my middle name at this point.
I mean, I was also level 8.
I guess
Maybe I was
he'll be back.
over level.
Is level 80 over leveled?
Kinda. I think Nyx is like 75, 80 herself. I know that I went above and beyond and went in with a whole level 99 group in FES because I unlocked the Monarch Deaths. Destined for extinction. A difficult decision lies before me. Death is inevitable. The Appraiser truly did deliver a death sentence to us all. Can't think clearly right now. How do you even
76 is recommended.
76 is recommended, yeah. See?
So yes, you were a bit...
But not that much.
Darling, Pat was going in there with 93.
Also,
Oh right, you killed Maruki with 99.
Also, may we also talk about it how one of my fusion quests is still having a 75 low key. So I can't even do something today now. Or is it just... Oh, I can do I can do social links.
You could also do depression.
I do that on a daily basis. Also, I just...
Oh right, there was something.
Also, I just took my antidepressants, so fuck this.
Ah, shit.
Are you mad that I can't be depressed right now? Also, you know I can still be depressed even with the antidepressant. It just isn't that strong. Or at least not that much of a problem. I think
I
it's...
was mainly joking.
Yeah, of course you do. I know. I was just thinking about it. I just forgot, is this my antidepressants or my ADHD meds that are the dopamine blockers?
Fun fact, by the way. Hoshi had the problem that if she wanted a certain persona and she did an oopsie and was not able to get it.
Is it Messiah?
Yeah. In P3?
Oh, yeah.
In the
Messiah?
Yeah.
I know in the original you just needed to be level 90 and you needed Thanatos and Orpheus. And since Search Fusion is now a thing, it shouldn't be that impossible to fuse them together.
You need either Aigis or Mitsuru on full-fledged level 10 in the social link.
But why? Isn't
because you need for the because you need certain personas that are locked behind social links.
Messiah is an unlock and reload. Oh, this is why. Okay, I mean I was...
It's an unlock and a special fusion.
All unlocks are special fusions in reload.
Okay,
So this
I
is
didn't know that.
This is a given. All special personas you get from social links are yeah.
Sorry.
And yeah, you need certain personas, and some of them are locked behind the social links. Even I think you can't do Messiah anymore.
Yeah, speaking of, by the way, I have wait a minute. Those are a lot of fucking lost, Jesus.
Marvelous. I'm looking forward to it. Here are my requests.
Oh, Elizabeth even has new things for me. Wait, bring the progress reports. Please move from the top floor of Harappa. Okay.
I will await a report
Create a
of
persona with Auto Maraku.
I will await a report of success.
Show Elizabeth the Dojigiri Yatsusuna.
I will await a report of success.
Bring a Christmas present.
Oh, yes. I will await a report of success. Very well then.
Oh, Jesus. All I wanted to do is check the Velvet Room real quick. Because I wanted to check the
Welcome to the Velvet
persona I got for maxing out Fuka.
The thing is, even if you go now to bed, it is 8.
Yeah, it is a time to rob Santa.
It's a good time to sleep.
Okay, apparently the persona I got from... Oh, right, fuck, I still need to find out how to fuse Pisaka before I can even do Thanatos. I still didn't fuse Pisaka yet.
Yourself. Accept your... Well then. Shall we take a look?
Oh, and you need for the final third Messiah.
I do need Messiah? Oh.
Yeah. So if you can't build Messiah, you can't get all churches.
I think at this point it's not that much of a problem anyway, I guess, because I already have very powerful Furies, but even then, yeah, I get it.
Fair. It's more mainly a problem on PlayStation. Because if I do trophies, I get currency I could use for real money.
Yeah, we had this talk a lot.
I need to punch my girlfriend so she plays P3 Reload again.
Do it yourself, you coward!
It's her save state, not mine.
Well, this is an EU problem then.
I know. Tell me about it. And no, I don't punch my girlfriend. I love her.
Christmas present, there we go. That was quick.
Yeah, that's also a problem.
I mean, I'm at least glad that it's not like in the original where you have this one specific day where you can get the item you need for a quest and then it's just over. Yeah, Apocalypse is always necessary for Elizabeth. The last phase is survival, but it ramps up in difficulty.
Are you accepting a Let's hear the results.
So yeah.
Marvelous.
Also, you're doing Elizabeth on 99 or die. There's no in between.
I don't even know if I want to do her in this playthrough.
You shouldn't.
Well, that. Well, thanks for the encouragement.
Very well.
At this point, you're just fucked.
Do you know who I fucking am? I'm fucked on a daily basis. Insta heal. Ooh. Ah. Instant. Ah, okay. Also. Yes. Yeah, both of you can kiss my ass. Doesn't seem like I have Auto Morocco as a card.
Alright, that.
You need
I
to
remember.
know when to apocalypse her or she pixies you. Yay.
Creating so. What will it be? What would you like? To make this, you'll need material. Go on, look around.
And people still thought that all of Persona 3 Reload was way too easy.
Hey, wanna hear something funny, Sharo?
Eh?
I have the gems to craft Megidolaun.
Being a persona is powerful.
Huh.
but
Neat.
it's not
I could
that
give myself Megidolaun.
hurt yourself and get injured.
Neat.
Everything
Maybe you should.
Hope to see you soon.
Nah. I don't like using Megidolaun. Because
Fair.
it's not because of some kind of easy win shit bull, it's mostly because sometimes it feels like, for some reason, that Megidolaun is not as strong on my hand as it is on the enemy's hand.
Fair.
Hey.
But yeah, do you know what the response from Atlas was? The secret boss fight in Answers.
Yay. Also, it's I just checked again, and it's like I said, even Fuka said it right now. I can, for the whole fucking month, not go into Tartarus.
Yep.
So we coming back to the whole depression month thing. All I can do now is level up my social link.
And it will still be not enough for Messiah.
No, I noticed that this. I just accepted that right now when you told me. But yeah. And then for the request, you need to speedrun it. As if I didn't do it the last session. I also had to speedrun then.
Hey, did you hear?
Right, there was something.
Because you
What
have a
Pet
weakness, so-
wrote.
Ah, yeah, greater. Well, not my first time and probably not my last time I have to do this shit. Maybe it is my last time because how many... I think this is the last climb for Tartarus I have then.
And then there are some people who didn't go to Tartarus that often.
I mean, to be fair, I only go to Tartarus to climb it up to max and to then to what's it called, and then to if I have to save people again, and maybe to grind. Maybe I do both. There's more tower to climb. Oh fudge. So even then, yeah.
Hello.
And then there's alright, the whole Judgment Arcana.
Before Judgment Arcana. Oh yeah, right.
Interesting. So this is what the interior looks like. It's smaller than I expected. Well, technically, yes. But I did pass by once with Akihiko. So, I understand that you don't eat with utensils here? My lack of knowledge on this subject is a serious problem. In all honesty, it's a good thing you're here. Is it actually profitable to sell these items at such low prices? I'd be interested to know the average cost per unit. Oh, sorry, I found myself lost in thought again. In truth, I didn't ask you here just to eat. I wanted to express my personal thanks to you. Right now, our strength and conviction are being tested to their limits. We've only made it this far because we've been blessed with each other's partnership. I've been asking a lot of you, even more than yours.
Oh my god.
What happened?
I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
Shy was just having the baddest of luck.
Well, did he post it in Game Talk or did he told you in
No,
private?
he
Because
he wrote that to me in private.
Okay, what happened?
It would be rude to let the food grow cold.
Can I say it in German?
You know what? Just write,
Yeah, you know what? I sent you the. There's a nice feature on Discord.
Yeah, Weiterleitung. Weiterleitung! The whole fucking month, no Tartarus. This is the month where I should use my social links instead of doing other shit.
The only good thing the people were nice.
But, I had to admit it. That's Omagio appears. No! I think, I call it quits for today. Maybe I just try to make up for lost time and stream tomorrow. Don't guarantee it though. Otherwise, I try to make us see each other next weekend. I thank everybody for watching, and until next time.